Hey everybody, so as promised, here is my 2018 New Year's resolutions or goals, as I like to say. So 2018, I'm looking at it as a huge opportunity, and I'm so excited to see what 2018 is going to bring. There's just so much in the works. There's so much happening. I just feel an anticipation for something great to happen. So let's just start with everyone's favorite New Year's resolution. It's always about health. So I will first start talking about my health goals for 2018. My health goals, of course, would be maintaining my weight. I actually wouldn't mind losing another 8 pounds. That would be ideal, but not like a deal breaker. So I'd like to lose just a little bit of weight. Nothing crazy, and like I said, it's not something I'm like fixated on. But I would love to start eating healthier. Now I feel like we're going in a good direction and starting to eat healthier. We eat a lot of fruits and veggies and all that kind of stuff, but I do have certain things that I have problems staying away from. And one of those things right now is cappuccinos. And actually, they have been very detrimental to my complexion. I have noticed. I usually drink almond milk, okay, because 2 years ago, whenever I started my weight loss journey, I told you I had all those breathing issues, and we was trying to figure out what was happening, and I thought maybe I was allergic to dairy, so I took 2 weeks off of dairy, and just saw a huge improvement in my life, and my health. So I continued doing almond milk after that period of time, and I really don't drink milk. But this last month and a half, I had started drinking a lot of cappuccinos, and used to, I would just put my almond milk in there, no big deal. And then one night, I don't know, I think I ran out of almond milk, and I drank whole milk that my kids and my husband drink. And I put that in my cappuccino. It was so creamy, and it was so good. And I was like, wow, I can't believe that how much more creamy it is. And that was a big, bad mistake. Shouldn't have even done it. I should have just said, well, I don't have almond milk. Let's not have cappuccino tonight. So I started drinking my cappuccinos with my whole milk in it instead of my almond milk. First of all, a lot more calories in the whole milk. But also I noticed that, and I didn't even realize that was what was happening to me. I thought maybe it was because I started eating, sweets, because it's the kind of this kind of time of year where there's all these sweets around. But in reflection, I only ate 2 pieces of candy at baking day, and I had 3 pieces of pie throughout the whole month, and that was honey. It was made with honey instead of sugar. I'm pretty sure it was 3. Maybe it was only 2, but I'm pretty sure it was 3 pieces of pie. I think like 2 was like little slivers. But anyway, I had a lot of pie. So I thought it was maybe because of all the sugar I was intaking, but then when I thought about it, I was like, I'm not taking in too much sugar. The cappuccino, I was like, well, that's quite a bit of sugar. But then I was just talking to my family around the table about, how I've been breaking out, and how I think it's because I've been taking in so much sugar. And they're like, how much sugar have you been taking in? Of course, I reassessed. And I was like, oh my goodness, cappuccino. I've been making the cappuccino with whole milk. So I realized that, and I haven't had a cappuccino. I don't know, it's probably been a week maybe. I haven't had a cappuccino. Maybe less. I drink cappuccinos all the time. Anyway, and already noticing a difference in my face. I'm going to continue not drinking the whole milk, but I might still have my cappuccinos. But I'll stop with the whole milk, go back to my almond milk, and I should get completely cleared up, and thank goodness, because it's been horrible. So eating healthier is definitely a huge goal. Buying less prepackaged and processed foods. I'm looking right now into buying in bulk. I already buy flour in bulk, and I buy oats in bulk. What else do I buy in bulk? I think that's it. So I would love to get to where I'm buying more things in bulk. I'm going to start looking into the Amish store. We have Amish around where we live. And so I'm thinking about going to the Amish store, and I know they have big bulk things. I'm actually going to start buying my flour there because it's healthier. The kind they have like 100% whole wheat flour, but the way it's processed, it's like a finer, so it's more like the all-purpose flour that I've been getting. So yeah, we're gonna just start trying to eat healthier. We're gonna try to eliminate all unnecessary sugars, that kind of stuff, out of our diet. So that's my first goal, is to be healthier in 2018 with unprocessed, not having processed foods, less packaging, that kind of stuff. So one of the big things I would like to do in 2018, which I focused big time in 2017, but now in 2018 I want to just do a continuation and even push harder to be a better leader. I'm very involved at my church, and I have a lot of people, kids mainly. We help out with the crew, which is our youth department at our church, and I feel like I need to make sure that I am being a good leader to all the crew, and anybody else who might be looking to me for advice or anything. So I just want to make sure that I'm being the best leader I possibly can be. I want to make sure that I'm being that positive role model for whoever might come into my life. I just want to be a positive person. I used to be a very negative person, and I went through this whole journey to positivity, which you can do. I have videos up of how I went through that, exactly how I went through that process back I guess it's been about 2 years ago. I did a lot of changing about 2 years ago. So I just want to be that positive person. I want to think positively. I want to, just really focus on that again this year and just keep going with that momentum and really be that leader that I know I can be and that I should be. And I'm going to do that. Which, speaking of that, I have a great book that I suggest anyone who's wanting to build leadership skills in. Okay, so that book would be Visioneering. I don't know if you guys can read it. Let me get it closer. Visioneering by Andy Stanley. So this is a great book. I actually borrowed this book from someone that I look up to, I have looked up to for a long time as a leader in my life. And she gave this to me to read beginning of this last year. And I got to it in the middle of the year because she gave me several books. So it was, I think, March whenever I finally got a chance to get the book, and then it wasn't until like July or August that I actually started reading the book. I just finished it at the beginning of December, and I absolutely loved it, so I asked for it for Christmas, so I got it for Christmas from my mom and dad, and I'm excited to reread it. I would love to reread it this next year. If you want to become a better leader, you want to understand how to vision cast and to help people understand where you see your future going, that is a great book. There's also other great books that I've been reading, and maybe sometime I'll talk about leadership and kind of the books that I've been reading in that area. But anyway, so I'm going to be a better leader as well this next year. Also, let's talk about around the house, that kind of thing. As I told you guys in a previous video, we did pay off our mortgage, and so now we own our home. It's a great feeling not being in debt to anyone. That was a huge accomplishment for 2017 to pay off that debt. I'm just so excited about it. Sorry, guys. It's a big accomplishment. So we have owned our house for 10.5 years, and we paid off the entire mortgage. So to give you guys, I always talk about how small our house is. And like I said, small is relative to me. It's not relative. Maybe you have a bigger family living in the same amount of square footage, and I'm just not a good manager of my space, which is probably the case. But we live in about a 900 square foot house. It's 3 bedroom, 1 bathroom. We have 5 people living here. It's an eat-in kitchen, which I think that if it wasn't an eat-in kitchen, that it would be a lot better. And then we have our living area, which is like the main room in the house where everybody wants to commune and get together in. And it's also our homeschooling space because we homeschool our 2 youngest kids. So it seems tight, but I'm getting to where I'm okay with it as long as we're getting rid of some stuff and getting it decluttered, because I think that's my biggest thing, is it's so crowded and I feel confined to my house. So we have started the process of decluttering, and I talked about in one of my videos, it was could we go be minimalists or something like that, and I don't think I could ever go to that extreme, but I definitely think that we could get rid of at least 25% of our junk. Elizabeth, my daughter, went through her room at the end of December, and she got rid of a ton of her stuff. I think about half of her wardrobe she got rid of, I would say probably 25% of her toys. It was a crazy amount. I was so shocked that she got rid of so much stuff. But she did great. She cleaned it up, and I actually can go in her room. I actually feel good when I go in her room instead of feeling like all stressed out and like, oh, what am I gonna do? That was a funny voice. But anyways, so we are slowly going through that process. I know it's going to be a long process, and it's not something that's going to happen overnight, but I'm feeling better each time we go through something. Each time that we declutter an area, it feels so good, and I'm like, this is awesome. And I would just want to keep with that momentum into this next year, decluttering the house and getting it more livable. However, I still would love to look for a new house. It's on my, priority list up here somewhere. We are saving like crazy for a down payment. Like, the houses on the market are so expensive, and to get what we want, it's going to cost us, a pretty penny. And so we are saving for a down payment, and we are hoping that we can get a down payment sometime mid this year. I'm hoping like July-ish, have a down payment big enough, hopefully, to have at least a 10%. If not, I would love to have a 20% down payment. My ultimate goal would be to just stay in this house for like 2 more years and possibly pay for a house in full, which would be really cool. But I don't know if I can stay in this house for 2 more years. We'll see. I think that if we decluttered it and got it like more minimalistic, that I could totally live in this house for 2 more years and be fine with it. But if it stays in its current situation, its current state, I will not be able to live in this house for 2 more years. That, and my daughter's getting older, and I think in the next 2 years, if we're not moved in 2 years, we definitely will have to move, because we only have 1 bathroom, and we got me and we've got her, and we try to do her hair, and she's not quite to that hair stage yet where she's wanting to do her own hair, so I'm still doing it, so it's okay. Whenever she gets old enough that she's wanting to pretty herself up and get her hair all done and spend extra time in the bathroom, that is when we're going to have fits, and I'm going to have issues. Because I already have issues with the boys doing their hairstyles on their hair and, keeping themselves nice looking. And I get booted out of the bathroom and I have to come in front of my dresser and do my hair, or, whatever I need to do in front of the mirror. Mainly do my hair, I guess. So I have to bring all my stuff in the bathroom, into the bedroom, and do it in the mirror in the bedroom. So that's going to be a problem, especially if we get Curtis older and Elizabeth older. They're going to want to start doing their hair and getting it all looking okay, for the day. So, and then, you got showers and all that kind of stuff that, we have strict rules around bathroom time and how much time you can spend in the shower. And we have strict rules on, okay, it's, you go do this, and then it's your turn to do this, and then now it's your turn to do that. So we have like a rotation for the bathroom. Anyway, so house rules, that kind of thing, moving into, we're thinking on those lines of saving and getting ready to get into our next place. That's a real big deal right now, is just saving money. Things that I would like to see happen around the house is, like I said, buying in bulk, but that has more than just one purpose of like health goals and that kind of thing. Also, we would like to be using less waste. I've been watching a lot of videos on zero waste. I think her name's Bea Johnson. I just found her last night on a TED Talk on YouTube, and I watched like 3 different TED Talks that she did, or maybe it was 2 TED Talks and a Google something. Anyway, so then I looked her up on her website, because she has a really cool website, and she's all zero waste, and her house is just like a dream, you know. She has 4 people. She has 2 teenage boys, and then her husband, and she has a zero waste dog. And I am like, that is a dream. That would be so cool to not have all this waste, you know, and all this stuff that really doesn't need to be in our life, cluttering our lives. The problem is I have so much junk that it's so overwhelming whenever I even think about trying to go that extreme. So I'm going to just, in 2018, I'm not going to go zero waste or anything crazy like that. Or go complete minimalist or anything. I'm just going to declutter. I'm going to try to buy less stuff in like tons of packaging. Like I was talking about how I bought my cranberries to go in my jar that sits on the counter for oatmeal, and it took 4 bags, and they're little bags from my Aldi store, to fill up my jar. And I was like, that's crazy. I just wasted 4 bags. Literally just dumped them out of bag into the jar and threw them into I put them in the recycle, but like, I think her name's Bea. I wish I would have thought to look that up. But anyways, this Johnson lady, she said that like a lot of stuff that goes into the recycling bin, only 9%, I think is what she said, actually gets recycled. So anyway, going too long on that too. I just would like to put less waste into the world. Like, we don't need, you know, to be using so much waste and contributing to the harm of this beautiful world that the Lord has created for us, because He has made it beautiful, but we are destroying it slowly, painfully, and it's not good. So anyway, so that's kind of a goal for 2018, is just to reduce our waste a little bit, slowly, gradually working towards a more minimalist, not complete minimalist, but more minimalist lifestyle where we're not, you know, hurting the earth. We're not having all this stuff that makes you feel anxious. Like, having clutter makes me feel so anxious. But anyways, yeah, so that's 2018 goals. And I'm sure there's probably like 1,000 more, because I just keep adding and adding and adding. But those are kind of my highlights, things that, you know, I might want to share with somebody. There's other things that's more private that I'm not going to share, you know, with everybody. But that's kind of the highlights of my 2018 goals. I hope you guys like this video. If you like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions for this 2018 year on YouTube videos, I am more than happy to look at your suggestions and possibly do some videos on anything that you guys can think of that you might want to hear me explain, talk about. I'm willing to do cooking videos. I'm willing to do all kinds of things, homeschooling stuff. I would love to just hear you guys' comments. So if you had any suggestions, any comments, make sure you put those down below. I would love to see comments. I read all my comments, because right now I don't get like maybe one every once in a while. So if you guys comment, I will comment back, I promise. So comment down below. I would love to see comments. I don't ever get comments, so please comment. But anyways, I'm trying to build this YouTube channel for you guys, and just kind of document our life. Like I said, it is called This Random Journey for a reason. This is just a compiled video, a series of videos about our life. But if you guys like something, let me know, and I will be sure to try to do more videos like that in the future. So make sure you subscribe if you're new to this channel, so that you can see future videos, and I'll see you next time.